Have you ever felt like your mind is a prison from which you can't escape? Have you noticed how your thoughts control you, imprison you, and prevent you from living the life you truly want? It's as if, with every step you try to take toward your dreams, your own mind pulls you back. Today, we're going to discover how to stop being a slave to your own thoughts and take control of your life. Welcome to Personal Metamorphosis, the channel where we collectively strive to break free from the shell that limits us and transform into our best selves. Here, we are all butterflies in the process of transformation, seeking our full potential. Together, we will explore the depths of self-awareness, challenging our beliefs, and overcoming the limits that keep us from flying. So, stay with me until the end, because we're going to dive deep into techniques that can change the way you think and, in turn, transform your life. This journey is for all of us butterflies who wish to break free from the invisible chains that hold us back. First, let's clarify what it means to control your mind. It's not about eliminating all negative thoughts or becoming a cold and calculating machine. Controlling your mind means learning to observe your thoughts without being carried away by them. It's about discovering how to be the commander of your own destiny. At some point, we've all felt like prisoners of repetitive, self-critical thoughts that undermine our confidence and drain our energy. Today, we will explore together how to break free from these invisible chains and take control of our minds. Imagine your mind as a vast ocean, infinite and deep, but often turbulent. The waves come and go, crashing on the surface with force and intensity, unpredictably. These waves represent your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, constantly moving, shaping, and influencing every aspect of your life. You may have noticed that many times, you feel like a castaway in this sea, tossed back and forth, without control or direction. However, what you need to understand is that you are not the waves. You are the ocean. Disidentification from thoughts. Conscious observation. Throughout life, we learn to identify our thoughts as part of who we are. We see them as reflections of our identity, as if they are us, as if there is no separation between the self and what the mind creates. However, the truth is that thoughts are merely momentary manifestations, like clouds crossing the sky, sometimes dense, sometimes clear, but never fixed. They change, dissolve, and disappear. The first step to controlling your mind is disidentifying from these thoughts. This may seem difficult at first, especially if you're used to believing that everything that passes through your mind is real and true. But when you begin to observe your thoughts with a certain detachment, something magical happens. You realize that you can see them from the outside, like a spectator watching a movie on a screen. To start this practice of conscious observation, set aside a few minutes of your day. Find a quiet place, sit comfortably, and close your eyes. Don't try to force your mind to be silent. Instead, just observe what comes up. Allow your thoughts to come and go without judging or engaging with them. Notice how, at times, your mind may wander to worries, fears, plans, or memories. But instead of being drawn into this endless flow, simply observe it. Imagine your thoughts as birds flying across the sky. They appear, cross your field of vision, and continue on their way. You don't need to follow them. Over time, you'll start to notice that many of these thoughts are recurring, behavioral patterns we repeat without even realizing it. Some of them are negative, others illusory, and still others are mere distractions. Identifying these patterns is crucial to the process of freeing yourself from mental slavery, because from this recognition, you gain the power of choice. Acceptance. Not fighting against thoughts, but embracing them. Often, in the attempt to control the mind, we fall into the trap of trying to eliminate or suppress unwanted thoughts. We try to push them away to get rid of them, but in reality, the more we resist, the stronger they seem to become. It's like trying to push a beach ball underwater. The more pressure we apply, the more force it gains to rise back up. The key to mental control is not in resistance, but in acceptance. Acceptance here doesn't mean resignation or conformity, but rather recognizing what is present without trying to change or suppress it. When you accept what arises in your mind, whether it's thoughts of fear, anxiety, sadness, or anger, you are, in fact, embracing all parts of yourself, even those you deem inadequate or inconvenient. To practice acceptance, start by acknowledging what you feel. When a disturbing thought arises, instead of fighting it, say to yourself, "I see you. I acknowledge you." Feel what it's like to give space for that thought to exist without judgment. Allow it to be there, without rushing to push it away. In doing so, you'll notice that it loses its power over you. Self-knowledge, investigating the roots of thoughts. To truly understand your mind, it's essential to dive deeper and question the origin of the thoughts that arise. Often, what we think is not something we consciously create. Our thoughts are shaped by a multitude of factors: our past experiences, cultural influences, family beliefs, traumas, and even societal expectations. What's crucial here is to ask, where does this thought come from? And does it truly reflect who I am and what I believe? This process of questioning is a powerful form of self-awareness. By examining each thought, you begin to discern what is authentic from what is merely a repetition of old conditioning. For instance, if you often catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed," ask yourself, where does this belief come from? Was it something you learned as a child, something you repeatedly heard from others, or a conclusion you drew from a specific experience? By exploring these questions, you begin to realize that many of the thoughts that torment you are not absolute truths, but mental constructions based on past experiences and external influences. And once you recognize this, you can begin to dismantle them and replace them with thoughts more aligned with your true essence. Mindfulness, being present in the now. One of the most effective ways to control the mind and stop being a slave to your thoughts is to practice mindfulness, or full attention. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing awareness to the present moment, without judgment, without haste, without the need to change whatever is happening. When you are fully present, thoughts lose their grip. For example, when you completely immerse yourself in an activity like walking, eating, listening to music, or simply breathing, and focus your full attention on it, the mind quiets. The past and the future lose relevance. All that exists is the now. A simple way to practice mindfulness is by paying attention to your breath. Breathing is a powerful anchor to the present because it always happens in the now. When you feel lost in thoughts, simply bring your attention back to the flow of your breath. Feel the air entering and exiting through your nostrils. Notice the movement of your abdomen, the natural rhythm of your body. This not only brings you back to the present moment, but also helps create a space of calm and serenity. Another helpful practice is body scanning. Close your eyes and slowly move your attention through each part of your body, from your toes to the top of your head. Observe any tension, sensations, or discomforts without judging them, simply acknowledging them. This helps anchor your mind in the present moment and fosters a more intimate and conscious relationship with your body, transforming mental energy from negativity to positivity. An essential part of controlling the mind is transforming negative energy into positive. This doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing negative emotions, but understanding that each thought and emotion has energy that can be redirected. If you find yourself repeatedly stuck in thoughts of fear, anger, or frustration, ask yourself, how can I use this energy more constructively? For example, fear, when transformed, can become courage. Anger can be converted into passion and motivating action. Sadness can become a path to compassion and empathy. When you begin to see each emotion as a form of energy, you gain the power to decide how to channel it. Practice gratitude. Whenever a negative thought arises, counter it with something you are grateful for. This doesn't mean denying your feelings, but offering a more balanced perspective. By focusing on the positive aspects, you train your mind to see the good, even in the midst of adversity. The journey is ongoing, developing patience and self-compassion. The path to controlling the mind and stopping being a slave to your thoughts is an ongoing journey, not a finish line. It's important to develop patience and self-compassion throughout this process. At times, you may find yourself reverting to old patterns, being overwhelmed by negative thoughts, or identifying with what no longer serves you. And that's okay. This is part of the growth and transformation process. Be kind to yourself. Instead of criticizing yourself, remember that every step, every small progress is significant. Each moment of presence, each time you choose to observe rather than react, is a victory. Self-compassion is a powerful tool that will help you keep moving forward, even on the toughest days. Recognizing your own greatness. Finally, remember that you are greater than any thought. The mind is a powerful tool, but you are the master. Within you lies an immeasurable strength, an infinite capacity for growth, love, and transformation. The key is to believe in yourself and your ability to navigate the waves of the mind, not as a shipwrecked sailor, but as the captain of a strong and resilient vessel. Dive into your depths, discover your own light, and allow yourself to be the ocean, vast, serene, and full of potential. Each day, practice mindfulness, acceptance, and transformation, and you will gradually find yourself becoming the master of your own mind, the author of your own story. Butterflies, it's time to take another step toward our transformation. I want you to join this family of truth seekers, of people who refuse to live in mediocrity but who wish to soar higher. Please like and subscribe to the channel to continue receiving content that challenges your mind and stimulates your growth. Share in the comments what you thought of today's topic and tell me, what thought has been your biggest obstacle? Let's talk about it and find the path to our mental freedom together. We are here to support, learn, and evolve with one another. I'll see you in the next video. Remember, just like the butterfly, you have wings to soar high.